Hi, this is Alex with Maple Leaf Coffee Roasters in Roselle. I'm here to talk about a brand new light roast single origin coffee we have from Colombia. Check it out. So every once in a while with a single origin coffee, we get something in that's a little bit different than the types of things that we've featured on the single origin side of things in the store. This is one that actually fits really neatly into that territory. We've had Colombian coffees in the store ever since we opened back in 2018. We've historically used them in a few of our blends to add kind of a touch of sweetness, very kind of easy to drink, not sharp sort of sweet as well. And it's been very rare that we've actually had a Colombian coffee as a standalone single origin coffee. And we found one sometime last year that was a natural process coffee with a very fruit-forward sort of flavor to it. And this is a really exotic and interesting coffee. And I know I talk about coffee being fun a lot of times, and I probably use that word way more than a lot of you will remember. But this is one that really falls into that kind of fun territory because it's a surprising fruit-forward sort of taste and even the smell that is going to be something that surprises a lot of light roast drinkers and people who are maybe even curious about what a really fun light roast can be all about. Conventionally speaking, a lot of the Colombian coffees that we get are a wash process coffee, which means that they're very uniform in size and shape. They don't have a lot of different or interesting kind of flavors going on into them. When you introduce the natural processing method to a coffee, sometimes what you get out of it is, on one hand, a really interesting flavor set. You also get a different kind of appearance and an inconsistent sort of look, no matter how you roast it, unless you roast the coffee very dark. And this coffee is one that has that sort of interesting kind of vibe to it in the taste and even the smell. So one interesting thing about coffee sometimes, and we'll have some pictures of the raw coffee up next to the video as well, is the raw coffee sometimes can have a really strong flavor that is something different than just what raw coffee normally smells like, which is kind of a grassy tone. Occasionally when you open up a bag of raw coffee, which is one of the big bags behind me here, you will get a really good whiff of what this coffee is going to taste like. And this is one that definitely falls in that territory. If you have a chance to come into the store and you want to check this out, this is one where I'd be glad to open up one of those bags and let you kind of inhale the really exotic kind of winey sort of flavor that is kind of coming out of that bag. The upside with those natural processes, like I said, is that you do get those exotic flavors. The downside is that these coffees can be a really difficult coffee to roast. For us, this month, we're calling this a light coffee, even though it kind of looks, based on the appearance, that it's probably on the lighter end of a medium roast. It roasts a lot lighter, or a lot darker than what it actually is in terms of temperature and development within the roast, which is all to say that you're getting a light roast coffee despite the appearance, because you're getting that flavor and the development time that's characteristic of what a light roast coffee will have going for it. So as far as the flavor goes, this is a really fruit-forward coffee, like I said, not a exact match for what an African kind of fruit would be. This has more of like a tropical fruit, tart, pineapple sort of feel to it. It doesn't have that kind of berry, stone fruit sort of feel that you will find in a lot of African coffees, but you will have that like sharp kind of lemony, juicy sort of feel that you can expect out of some African coffees, and none of the kind of floral tones to it that you will sometimes see out of an African, like more fruit-forward coffee as well. What I really get out of this coffee is that sort of tropical fruit sort of flavor to it. That pineapple, juicy sort of tropical feel is very pungent, very exotic. It's something that you're just going to be really surprised by. So there's a lot of folks in here that might be used to drinking these types of coffees with these types of flavors, something that's African or maybe even a Asia Pacific coffee. But this is one that I would say, if you're looking for something that has exotic, interesting nature to it, something that will surprise you a little bit, this is a really great coffee for us to try. So I hope to see everyone back real soon to give this coffee a shot. We'll catch you next time for another great new coffee video. Take care.